And welcome back to Houston Newsmakers. And for this segment, I'm getting hungry already. Mark Martin is the event chair for one of the events for Houston Black Restaurant Week. And it's now an annual event here in Houston, several other cities now. African Caribbean cuisine is the centerpiece of this event. Craig Joseph is co-owner of Mikki's Cafe in Houston, a place I know very well. I can attribute a lot of my calories that I've consumed to that place. So thank you very much for being here this morning. Hey, obviously, you know, we talk about, I want to talk about specifics of Black Restaurant Week, but first I should say Black Restaurant Week is actually more than 1 week.
It is. So when we started 4 years ago, we were a week. But as we've grown and we've had the success, we've decided that we want to give more time and more visibility to our restaurants, caterers, and chefs.
And it's not really one of those kind of things where you come together and it's like one place where people come.
That's right.
It's a different kind of thing because you have different events throughout this period of time.
We have a business panel called Aroma. We have a pop-up dinner, VIPs. We also have a food truck festival called Sound Bites. And then my favorite event is Nosh. It's a culinary showcase where Houston's best African-American caterers, chefs, and restaurant owners get to showcase their culinary skills.
You had a kickoff event a week or so ago to call attention to the many kinds of foods that are available for the event. It looks like you worked hard to get a representative slice of the kind of African-related cultures there, though. That's sweet stuff there, man. Oh, man. This event is structured, though, in a way where you really depend upon the restaurants who are actually in business to do a lot of the serving and to have people exposed to that.
That's correct. We really want the city of Houston to see who's in the city, who's offering soul food like Mikki's, who's offering cakes, who's offering seafood, who has a food truck now. We want to expose the city of Houston to everything that's out there for us.
And Craig, for those who don't know the history of Mikki's, talk about the history of your restaurant, how it started, and some of the challenges you've had recently, and now you're on the backside of those challenges.
Yes, sir. Khambrel, thank you for having me again. Mikki's Cafe, it started back in 2000. My mother basically started off with a dream. She worked at the post office for 19, 20 years. And so she got tired of living the 8 to 5 type of life. She wanted to be her own boss. So she took a leap of faith and she started catering for several businesses, and it grew into something that we didn't see coming, but it's been a blessing, and she's basically living the dream. And recently, to be honest, it's been hard for us. Me and my sister, we're co-owners now, and my mother passed away this year in January, and it was really hard because it was not something we seen coming. And you know, previous to the year before, we had a fire that burned down the kitchen, and so we were closed for 6 months. Right. So after that, it was just one after another. So we basically had to really climb a tall wall, right, to get over that stepping stone. And now, I mean, it's a blessing because since that's happened, we've seen an influx in business. We've seen the blessings pour in. Me and my sister were just blessed to be in the position that we're in.
And what kind of food do you serve at Mikki's?
Soul food. Soul food. We sell soul food. When people think of soul food, they think of heavy, gravy, smothered. But when I think of soul food, and what my mother thought of soul food was, it was love that was put into the food. It was the seasoning, more so than the calories. Right. You know, she used top of the line seasoning in everything she did. So when that's where we adopted the name Soul Food, when she started Mikki's Cafe.
Well, this whole, by the way, as long as you have peach cobbler there when I'm there, I'm good. I'm good.
Oxtails for me.
Okay, all right. Everybody has their personal favorite. Portion of the proceeds go to farms.
Yes.
Family Agriculture Resource Management Services. What is that, and why is that important?
So what Farms does is they're a nonprofit, and they offer free services to African-American farmers. What this does is help them to make sure that they are able to maintain their farm, to not lose it to a bank or to another company because they can't maintain or keep it up financially. The other part is that Farms supports the ability for them to continue to grow produce, fruits and vegetables on their land, to be able to sell, to keep a constant stream of wealth for their families.
And the whole process work when you go to one of the restaurants, there are how many restaurants involved?
So, you know what, this year we have 30 restaurants. That's the most restaurants we've had in 4 years, which means that the event is growing. You know, we started out at the Ensemble Theater, which is a great venue, but this year we had to George R. Brown.
And the people go and they buy a meal, and then a portion of the proceeds goes to the, how does that work?
So with the restaurants, that's correct. They'll go to a restaurant, they'll offer a lunch menu or a dinner menu, and a portion of the proceeds will go to farms to benefit our nonprofit beneficiary.
Well, there's a lot going on here. Remember, this is the Black Restaurant Week is actually 2 weeks. We have 30 restaurants now taking part. There'll be plenty of food. Talk about the Art of Flavor. What is that?
So the Art of Flavor is our pop-up dinner.
Okay.
We'll
All right.
feature a surprise chef.
Right.
He'll prepare several courses, and people will get to enjoy some great cuisine.
You got the power of the palate. I know there's some drinks being served.
There are some drinks.
Too. Yeah. Sound bites as well.
That's right.
So different things going on. Go to that website that's there. It's HOUBRW, standing for BlackRestaurantWeek.com. Get that information. So thank you both for coming in. Good luck. Continued good luck for you. I'll be down to be a part of this process.
Thank you.
I'll be sampling as many of the 30 restaurants as I can over the 2 weeks period of time. Thank you again.
Appreciate you.
Hey, final thoughts and a look ahead to next week's show for Easter when we come right back.